同学们，大家好，这是向老师，欢迎你来学习副动词。So hello everyone, welcome. This is Dr. Shuhua Shan on the Grammar in Context series developed by me for Center for Advanced Language Proficiency Education and Research. The focus of this video is on the modal verbs, 副动词 of Mandarin Chinese. We have done a unit 1, that's the learn unit, where we learn the various functions and the fixed forms, expressions of these modal verbs. This is the new unit called practice. As the name suggests, we're going to do lots of practices to get you comfortable with using them, to make these range of words part of your advanced proficiency repertoire. So we'll have we'll break this down into 5 components. Start with sentence level examples, practice, and then we will continue with learner examples. So mistakes from common usages by language learners. Thirdly, we'll do discourse level, longer stretches of authentic film clips, video shows, and etc. to see how you would apply your knowledge. And then we'll do reading and we'll do translation. So let's begin. 能、会、要、想、可以、得、应该. We'll look at this all as modal verbs that they are before the main verb to express the idea of wishing, desiring, obligation, and so on. So part 1 is practice by contextualized sentence level examples. So this is just more as a practice on the level of straight plugging of the best modal verb. So think of all the modal verbs we talked about. If I want to convey the idea that 游泳买好的泳镜和泳帽. So if you swim, you know that having good swimming goggles and hat are very important. So what would you say? If you simply say you need to buy good swimming gear, I would suggest using 要. 游泳要买好的泳镜和泳帽. So there's no question about it. There's no ambivalence. You just need to do it because it's good for you. 游泳要买好的泳镜和泳帽. Next. So this is an actual person who has broken the Guinness World Record for shooting arrows with her legs. So what would you use here? So 用脚射箭, use feet, legs to shoot arrows. What modal verb? Is it 会, like you know how to? I would say the best would be 他能. So this is a special ability. She can rise up to the occasion. It's not something you acquire and become internalized because you don't really do this much of it. It's something you can do. I can perform if you want me to, or if I want to. So I 能, 他能用脚射箭. Next. 3个月的小宝宝. You know 小宝宝 refers to babies in Chinese. So 3 years old babies. 笑, to smile, to laugh. 吃手, they like to eat their hands because they're kind of testing out their sensors. 辨认, to recognize, to discriminate. 妈妈的声音, so they know, they can hear which voice is mom's voice. So these are the things that babies can do at 3-month-old. What modal verbs would you say? Is it 可以笑? Or is it 应该笑? Or is it 能笑? 会笑. So remember we talked about naturalized skills when we talk about baby as their milestones. These are the modal verbs. So they know how to smile now, they know how to eat their hands now, they know how to distinguish mom's voice now. 会. 3个月的小宝宝会笑，会吃手，会辨认妈妈的声音. Now this one. This is also another Guinness World Record. This is the smallest vehicle that goes on the road, fully functional. 这是世界上最小的车. 虽然小也短途旅行，短途 short distance travel. So if I want to express the idea of this is the smallest car in the world, although it's very small, it still can do short distance travel. 你这会短途旅行，可以短途旅行，能 I would choose to use 能，虽然小也能短途旅行。So he has this capacity. Of course, I can do 可以。If you so wish, it can support you for short-term travel. 也可以短途旅行。Either way is fine. 能 focuses on the car itself, has this capacity. This is a familiar image. We have used it in our Learn unit. So this is from the film Hear Me. The boy gives the girl a fancy bento box for her lunch. She thought that she should pay for it. She's trying to figure out how much to give to him. So she says, 便当 bento box lunch. 便当我算 means to calculate as a mathematical calculation. 我算80元 $80. The bento lunch I got from you, I evaluate at 80 yuan. If I want to express the idea of, can I check with you, is it too cheap? Maybe I give you too little. 他说 is it 能不能太便宜 or 会不会太便宜可不可以太便宜要不要太便宜想不想太便宜 So she's checking with him, might it be too cheap? 会不会 asking for suggestion. What do you think about this? 会不会 Is it gonna be too cheap? 会不会太便宜 Now, 总统 presidents 总统都口才很好 So they're all very eloquent 很 something 说话 They're good at speaking. So what modal verb would I say to tell that they are very good at speaking? If you recall, speaking is something everybody knows how to do. But if you want to mean the idea of very good at public speaking, very eloquent, what modal verb do we use? And then continuing on, 有的总统 So they know how to speak foreign languages. And they know how to use foreign language to give interviews. So those are special abilities. I would say 总统都口才很好，很会说话 know how to talk, very good at speaking. 有的总统会说外语 know how to speak foreign languages, 能用外语做采访 So the idea between know how to speak foreign language, ability to use it for interviews, you can see how 会 is internalized skill, 能 is ability to perform on this special occasion that you have to speak Chinese when you go to China. Next example, 不管人生经历什么，都 something 像孩子一样有好奇心，笑得开心。So this is the wisdom of life. It says that no matter what you experience in life, 不管人生 the life experience, 经历 as a verb, experience 什么 what. No matter in life what you experience, 都像孩子一样 like a child, 有好奇心 to have curiosity, 笑得开心 to laugh happily. So if we all need to do that as a life lesson for us, we all need to be like a child. We can say 都应该. If we use 应该, that would suggest you should do that. It's good for you. But I would say we use 要 to suggest that there's no ambivalence there. You just need to do it. The idea of need to. Now, this is a person who was born Canadian, but he is very good in Chinese. He learned Chinese through comedy, and he's very good in speaking Mandarin. Funny guy. So if I use him as example, I say 这是大山. His name is 大山, big mountain. 这是大山. 我们 We don't have to look for a translator for him. He knows how to speak Chinese, and he speaks really well. He even can speak several dialects of Chinese. So what if that's what I want to express? So we don't need to find him a translator. He speaks very well Chinese, and he can even speak dialects. 这是大山，我们不用 no need to do that. 我们不用给他找翻译，他会说中文 he knows how to, 而且说得很好，他还要说方言呢。So let's see if we use 要 versus 能 what's the difference? 他还能说方言 he has a special ability to speak dialects. 他还要说方言呢 that gives a different sense. He even wants to speak dialects, so don't worry about him. We can also use 可以. So a lot of the modal verbs are interchangeable with a slight difference in meaning. So if I use 他还可以说方言, that means if you so wish, if you wish him to speak in a different dialect, he can do that. Now, if we're continue on the theme of speaking in a public event, 这次大会用语 means the language of the conference. So you have the official language of the conference. 这次大会用语是英语，报告都 something something 用英文。So all the reports have to be in English. 您 politely 您 you 用英语做报告吗？ Can you use English for your report? So if I want to convey the idea that the official language of this meeting is English, all the reports have to be English, can you do your report in English? So different kind of obligation, different degree of responsibility. 这次大会用语是英文，报告都得 have to 要 need to 应该 moral obligation 用英文 so either one is fine with slight nuance differences. 您可以 so we wish that can you make that happen? 您能 do you have this ability to perform? 用英语做报告吗？ Next one, we'll play a clip and then see if you can catch what modal verb is used here. So they have a kind of budding relationship, friendship, and then the girl spooks the boy who is eating his lunch. So she snuck in from behind and spooked him.
更奇怪了，你知道这样得心脏病吗？超饿的。
So did you catch that modal verb? So the boy is really sweet. He said, 你很奇怪啊 oh, you're so strange. 你不知道 rhetorical question, you don't know. 这样 meaning spooking me like that. 会得心脏病吗 I will. It would naturally lead to heart condition. 你不知道这样会得心脏病吗 It's gonna cause a heart disease. So next one is a scene from the Hear Me 听说 film. So the boy likes this girl and wants to ask her to a movie. The girl is very busy earning money for her sister to learn swimming lessons. So she says, oh, I can't go to the movie right now. I have to go work. So she says, 我现在 negation can't. What do you use? 不能去看电影. So I have to go work now. You can use several 我要 I need to. It's no ambivalence. I'm on schedule. I have to go. 我得 that expresses the idea that I don't really want to, but I really have to. Sorry. 我得去打工了. 我要去打工了. There's no apology. It's more as I need to do this. 我得 apology involved. 我现在不能去看电影，我要去打工了，我得去打工了。打工 work part time. Okay, on this slide, I gave you 4 short sentences, and see if you can fill in the missing modal verbs in each one of them. The first is a Chinese idiom. It goes 老头. 老头 is old people, 头 head, but referring to people here. 老头, it is a very colloquial, very informal. 老头 need to be invited. 请小孩 little kid. 哄 means to cajole, to pamper. Little kids need to be pampered, to be controlled, to be comforted. So this is a contrasting wisdom that, in the Chinese society, we respect the elders. We always invite them, plenty of time to praise them, to honor them. The idea of 请. Little kids, you need to pamper them, cajole them to say, oh, it's okay, you are very cute, that kind of thing. So if I need to express the idea of you need to behave like this with elderlies, you need to behave like this with little kiddies, what's the modal verb? 要请. 老头要请，小孩要哄. Need to do that. Second one, another idiom about how Chinese people consider spending money, when to spend it. 10个钱, this is a traditional Chinese idiom where money, 钱, has a magic word, 个, because, in traditional Chinese society, money is in coin currency, or blocks of silver, so money is like 1 money, 2 money. 10个钱, so 10 coins, well, you need to spend it. 1个钱, 1 coin. 省, to save. Well, you need to be frugal to save it. So this is a wisdom that tells you that if you have a lot of money, go spend it. If you have only a little bit of money, go save it. So the idea of you need to do that. 10个钱要花, you need to spend it. 1个钱要省, you need to save it. So the third one, what if you see people litter and you want to tell them, please don't litter? What's the modal verb you would use as negation? So please don't. 请 something something, 随便扔垃圾, 随便 casually. 扔 throw away, 垃圾 garbage. So please don't throw away garbage. Please don't litter. 请不要随便扔垃圾. The last one is a suggestion about parking. So you were told that you cannot park here from 9 to 5. On the library, next to the library, there is a parking lot. You may go there to park. So what kind of modal verbs do you use? 这里9点到5点不能停车。图书馆旁边有停车场。你可以 if you so wish, you may. 你可以去那儿停。So let's see all these examples here. 老头要请，小孩要哄。10个钱要花，1个钱要省。请不要随便扔垃圾。这里9点到5点不能 You can't do that. Or 不可以 Even though you so wish, please don't. 不可以停车 It's not allowed. 图书馆旁边有停车场。你可以 If you so wish, you may. 你可以去那儿停。Okay, so that's all for our first part with the sentence level examples. Our next part will be on common learner errors. That means certain examples with errors that are very commonly done by students. Does that apply to you? Maybe this will help you to see what you might not otherwise have seen. 谢谢大家，一会儿再见。